Hello there and welcome. Brian speaking. For those of you who do not know me, I'm an internet marketer who does honest and comprehensive reviews on products or services online. So today I'm going to talk a bit about my latest review, which is about the Power Seo Ranker. However, this video is not a review, more a show and tell video presentation of the program, because I've already made my full, comprehensive and honest review about it. That is all currently available on my site, powerseorankerinfo.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. If you're watching this video from my site, then ignore this part. And before I get into the show and tell, I'm going to give you guys a brief explanation about the situation with backlinking and where Power Seo Ranker fits in. You know, it's never been so bad as it is now with backlinking, both for large and small companies, small entrepreneurs such as myself. Heck, even big-time entrepreneurs have troubles. Their websites have taken a huge hit with their rankings on Google, and there have never been a major shake-up this big since the occurrences in 2007. And now with the Google Panda and Penguin update, the standard has been significantly changed, making it extremely difficult to rank on the page 1 of Google, and even harder if you want to rank among the top spots. Well, that is unless you use white hat SEO strategies and techniques, which is exactly what Power Seo Ranker does, making relevant white hat backlinks, which also could be called ethical backlinks. For those who do not know what white hat is, it is basically the opposite of black hat, which is, for those who do not know what black hat is, when someone is using hacker-related, hacker-style techniques or hacker software. Not only is this unethical, it's actually also illegal. But what is Power Seo Ranker really? You probably figured out that it is a white hat SEO tool, really an ethical backlinking tool, or a link building software if you will, that gives Google exactly what it wants: high relevance white hat backlinks. So I'm going to show you the program in a bit and talk about the function. So I'll just load the program up, and here we have it. Let's start with the proxies. Well, what is the proxies? Well, proxies is used to keeping yourself anonymous from the search engines and will help you harvest more URLs. If you're scraping a lot of URLs with the harvester, then Google will only allow a certain amount to be scraped per day. And that's very good when you can use the proxies to keeping yourself anonymous, because it'll let you scrape a lot more. And proxies is mostly for advanced users who are scraping a lot of URLs, and most likely you will not need it unless you're running it on an industrial scale. But let's see. If I were to use it, I'm going to say harvest, and it's going to say harvesting proxies from source. We will have completed harvesting process ready. And I could say check proxies, and it's going to be starting checking it with all the status and so forth. But I'm not going to let it run for that. I have this one right here. It says yes, and now it's going to be stopping and aborting it and finishing up. And once it's done, I can then say delete failed. But I'm not going to use this right now. I'm actually going to load. I'm going to load my proxies here instead. And from that, I'm going to say enable proxies if I were to use it. But I'm not, so I'm going to clear it. The URL harvester is the next function I'm going to talk about. The URL harvester is used to scrape links and URLs from Google, Wikipedia pages, educational and governmental sites, blogs, squirrel lenses, and forums. And see, what this actually does is that you're able to type in a keyword here to find which sites have these keywords. And that's pretty practical, because, for instance, let's say we do this one I just typed in here, how to find the best keywords. That's very general, because there are many niches or niche that you could be searching keywords for. But I could also maybe say how to find the best SEO software, for instance, that I could use. But if I slide this up here, I can select how many results I want per keyword or per keyword phrase. But this would give 50 here and 50 here, at least if there are results for it. So, but I'm not going to be using how to find the SEO software, or I should actually have written the best SEO software, but no matter, it's not a biggie. So I'll just delete this one and just set it to 50 results and search this one. So I'll just click start here, and it starts processing and extracting for all these here. And this, I've chosen it to scrape from Google. So it will be the same as actually I went to Google and wrote this in the search engine, and I would find these sites basically. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send this to the analyzer, the URL analyzer. If I had chosen, for instance, Squiddo or Wikipedia, I could send them to the Squiddo analyzer or the Wikipedia analyzer. But I'm going to send it to the URL analyzer. And from here, I'm going to start it right now. And see what you're going to see is that the URL here is the name, of course, and you have the URL PageRank, the domain PageRank, and the comments here will update to say if comments are allowed, and if there is a contact email. So if, for instance, it's not allowed to post, you might be able to contact the webmaster or the site owner for to obtain a backlink. And also here you can see what type of blog it is, if it even is a blog. Here you can see this one here is a WordPress, but it has no captcha protection, meaning no anti-spam protection. And you can see it's WordPress, and you have the email here, and you can see it allows comments. But if it were a no, you could write them and ask for permission to obtain a backlink. And then you have domain PageRank, 4 is quite okay, and URL PageRank, which is 1. So, but now we're going to see, it says here that it's completed analyzing, analyze 50. So what we're going to do now is going to use the remove n links. That stands for remove all that is updated to no. So we have done that, and that tells us that we have 11 analyzed URLs that we are able to post on. So we're going to see send to manual commenter or auto commenter or the mailer, but I'm going to send it to the manual commenter. So now I have to do this, I have to create a profile for my commenting. So I could create one here and fill in all of these, but I have already made one here for this example. So I'm going to go here and select it and press edit, and see here you can see that I have already filled out these, and then you probably wonder, why are there curly brackets and you have a block separator more than once? Well, the reason is, as you can see here, I can use spin syntax, and what this actually tells me is that I'm able to rotate between these when I use this function, fill fields. What this does is that it'll rotate between these each time I press fill fields. And it can be used for name, it can be used for emails, if you have multiple, it can be used for websites, it can even be used in the comment section. So for instance here, it'll, for every place there's a curly bracket for start and end and a block separator, it'll be rotating between that. So I could actually, in the comment here, I could have several places in my comment where I could choose to do that. For instance, I have thank you or thanks to rotate here. I could even also have here, for instance, best regards. For instance, that would be one I use very frequently. And maybe, see, I'm going to copy this one here and put that one there, and I'm going to copy the block separator here, and going to use the end curly bracket there and say to your success, for instance. That's also one I use quite frequently when I'm posting around. See, what this does is that now I'm going to click OK in a while. See, the reason why I'm writing thanks or thank you is because when you're commenting, um, to make your comment appealing to the moderator or website owner, you're going to write thank you or thanks to entice that they approve your comment, and thus creating your backlink. Now we're going to click OK. See, all these were the sites here were those we found with the analyzer, that was sent from the analyzer. So what we're going to do now, we're going to click here for the first link, and just let it load for a little while, and then it should load. You see, very wise, just very wise. It's just hard to use Google to find the best keywords for your site, and a good idea would be to maybe read the article, or at least to skim it, so you get an idea what it's about. And scroll down, see if there are any comments. Well, there are. The first one is Michael Duma. Second is Rod, and Kalencom. I'm not sure if that's even a name, but the point really remains that you can read the comments to see what people are writing, and then in your comment you're going to write something of value to the site, and that also gives those people who read the site, or the commenters who have read the site and come back to read it again, you're adding some value to the site, and you write something that is relevant to the site, of course, or to the article, so they get something out of it too, and that also would entice the moderator or website owner to actually approve it, and that means getting your backlink approved. So now I'm going to select my profile review example, which I have here, and I'm going to select and press fill fields. So now it says hi as the name, but I could have chosen Brian, which is my name. I could also have chosen a keyword. My keyword would have been this one here, but they would probably not allow it, because they would just seem like a company name or a keyword phrase, or just a keyword, which most sites do not allow. So that wouldn't be a good idea. And you can also see here that the email address, that is one of those I had used in this one here in my spin syntax. That's the first one I actually, before the block stop, or the block separator. That's the first one I've actually written here. The second one would be that one. So if, for instance, or actually I can see I've actually made a mistake here. I should probably have done something like this one here and say like that. And I can see now. But I would probably have something like, for instance, if I had, we're going to use, for instance, a keyword. My keyword would be, let's just say for this example, let's say review example. I'm going to call it that. That would be my keyword. Let's just pretend. And my name would be Brian, because that's my name. And go OK. And see, now I'm going to see fill fields again, just to show you. And you can see it changes automatically, these things. And again, see, it changes because it rotates. And the point is that, and if I can just keep selecting here until I find the one I find suiting. So let's say this is what I'm going to use, and then I would fill in something like, it's a very great article, and it has made me something. Let's say you actually did like it, and you just, it's a very great or good article, about the subject, or if you just know what it's about, you're just gonna write it here and just just comment on it for what you feel. And if you have some good input, just fill that in too. And then when you're ready to post it, you're gonna submit here. If they had a anti-spam protection system like CAPTCHA, it'll be a box here where you have to press it and then submit comment. Well, that's pretty simple. See, there's also the auto commenter. That's virtually the same as a manual commenter, with the only exception is that you don't fill in fill these fields manually as you do here. See, the commenter, the auto commenter. Let's send this to the auto commenter, and you can see it's virtually the same layout. The difference is start and stop. So what you're going to do is you would, in this one here, you would create a comment that is fit for the automated commenter, and so you'll write something more generic that'll fit to most sites in that niche. So you'll just write something that's appropriate and relevant to most sites. And see, you have many of these sites here again, in a different order maybe, but they're still the same sites from the analyzer. And see, you'll just click start here and it'll start, but I'm not going to do that. I'm clicking stop because I'm not going to post something that's irrelevant to those sites. It'll just create some problems for the owner. So I'm not interested in doing that. So I'll leave it at that and go further to the RSS feeds. Well, the RSS feeds is actually a pretty powerful tool, and it's actually also very important, because what this does is that you're able to push your link or publish your link to different kinds of RSS feeds. So, for instance, I use the Ice Rocket feed, and I'm able to publish my link to all of the links that it has in its feed. So that's going to give an extra push to the search engines and to my backlinks also, because the more diversified my backlinks are, the more power I'm going to have in the search engines. And to be successful in ranking websites, most people are going to need blog commenting, backlinking, in-content backlinks, blog roll backlinks, Web 2.0 backlinks, forum backlinks, Squidoo links, Wikipedia backlinks. And as I said before, the more diversified your backlinks are, the more power you will have in your search engines. And that's also why I mentioned before with spin syntax for the manual commenter or the auto commenter, that it's when you rotate, it's going to create a lot of diversity for your backlinks and for your comments. Because if you were to just use the same static comment, you would actually be not creating a diverse backlink. You would actually be maybe harming your backlinking instead. So you would have to use the syntax. But let's start the RSS feed so you can see how it works. And it's going to start in a bit. And what it's going to do is it's going to, as I said, publish to all of the URLs. It's going to be listed here, the names. It's just going to say RSS URL1 and so forth. And sometimes there are some problems with the feed, if it's a broken link or whatever, where the link in the RSS feed isn't really working because it's not updated. So it's going to return an error. And they can be, for instance, here it says 404 not found. That would be similar to if you had gone to your browser and typed in a link or in the address field, and you got the error 404 HTTP 404 not found. Same as this here. And once it's done, it's just going to keep updating until it's done. And see, it's going to be updating until it's done. See. And once it's done, see, it's going to be done just a few seconds now. It's going to change from start to stop, and then I can actually click clear and start all over again with a different URL and a different RSS feed, or maybe even the same feed if I wanted to. So, I haven't gone through the scraper. The scraper is very unique and it's very important, because the scraper, to summarize very short what it actually is, it's a tool to harvest your competitors' backlinks by reverse engineering the process. Well, this means that you can get the same backlinks as your competitors have, with the exception of internal backlinks and in-content backlinks. This feature costs a credit to use, 1 credit only, per site that you want to analyze, which will also supply you with up to 10,000 backlinks per this 1 credit. And with these backlinks that you get, you can create as many as you want, compared to other paid services that charge per backlink created. This actually is a quite cheap but very powerful feature, because with these URLs and links, you'll be able to give your site the authority it deserves, and you can actually outrank your competitors quite easily with this tool. So let's go to, for instance, Google and say, well, this is my site actually, but let's say we go to Google. Let's say we go to Google. And now we're at Google. Let's say we had how to lose weight fast. It's very common to actually use how to lose weight in many of affiliate tutorials. But now we have this one, how to lose weight fast in a week. There are many sites. Let's say you were competing for this keyword, and let's just say these were the ones who were actually competing in this one. Let's say this one here. We'll take this site and we'll go look here and say, well, this might be a site, but this is not the one we're actually competing for. We're competing for this one. So this would be the one that ranks highest. So we would go to this here, copy it, and go back to Power Seo Ranker, and we'll paste it in here and press add. I'm not going to start it right now because it's going to cost a credit for me to use. So, but what would happen if I press start here is that it's going to start extracting all of the backlinks that links back to this. So it's going to create a query where it's going to listen to all of the sites that are backlinking to this, and it's going to, of course, count here and show them in a friendly format here. And you'll see all of them here. And what you then can do once it's done is you press send to analyzer, and then you're going to send them all to the analyzer. But now I didn't have any links to send, so it's just cleared the table here. But that's okay. This is just to show you the process. The next thing here that I haven't gone into is the mailer, which is a function which is primarily for those who do email marketing, or just want to save the time of going into the email software that you use to save time or whatever. And from here you can create an email template where you just write the subject and what the email is about, and then you can actually save it as a template and use it to send as bulk mail, or send specific mails to specific templates, which is pretty smart. And you can import or add any email that you have, and then of course send email. Then the next one is the scheduler. That is a function of the program that gives the opportunity to automate everything. As you can see, it does say it's in beta. It's not something that you should worry about, because the developers have guaranteed that this is something that will be fully functional when this software is released. So I won't be going into too far with this function since I haven't used it. But however, as you can see, this is a quite easy interface to navigate through and to set up. Basically, we have gone through all of these, so you actually know how this works. I could, for instance, select I want to use proxies. I could even select enable harvest them. And if I wanted to, it is sort of a way to keep my site updated with all the changes that actually happens within Google and all the other sites that I'm competing with. So for instance, if I had how to lose weight, this is the number of URLs I wanted to take. Let's say I just wanted the 10 first. I would then say, for instance, how to lose weight. How to lose weight fast. That would be what I wanted to do. And then I enable the analyzer and enable the auto comment. And now I don't have made one here, but I'll just take review example and I'll see add to schedule. And I'll, for instance, call this how to lose weight. and maybe do something so I remember its 10 keywords and hit enter, and then shows here, and I can say run schedule, and then it's just going to do it all. I have said that I want to use the analyzer. I haven't said I want to use the scraper because it does cost credit. So it's more a feature that you would use when you are when you need to be outranking your competitor. But this is actually the system and how it works. I'm not going to go deeper in with any of this now, but the last thing I could say is that I could save all my schedules that I wanted to use and put them on a rotation. But that was just that for now. See, what I'm going to do now is gonna tell you a few other things though, because this was just a brief video and guide to the Power Seo Ranker. To note that they have a pre-launch the 24th of May, which is actually today by my time, which is the day you can actually register at their site to reserve a copy of the Power Seo Ranker, plus some great benefits of joining before the official release, which is the 31st of May 2012. I know that everybody that signs up will be offered a 100% free mini course about Whitehat SEOing, and also to mention there will be webinars available before the official launch, which in the days leading to the 31st of May 2012. And like I said, these are extras that those who reserve a copy gets this 100% for free. Now, for all of those who receive their copy during pre-launch will also be getting a special discount. For the first 5 buyers, they will get 20% off the price. The next 10 will then get 10% off the price, and the next 15 buyers will get 5% off the price. Though these extra discounts is only something that you can get from getting your copy through my site. However, no purchases take place at my site. It will only happen on the official Power Seo Ranker website, but they can see from which site that you came from when you land on their page. So, all in all, at least 30 buyers will be able to get it at a reduced price, which also includes what I mentioned before, which was the free Whitehat SEO mini course that also includes access to a lot of content, both written material, videos, and also some downloadable files. There'll also be access to the webinars at multiple times during the pre-launch. However, they will not be available immediately after you reserve a copy, due to the high demand of this program. The access to this will be approximately 2 days after you reserve the copy. However, there is one important thing you'll need to do in order for the promotional discount code to work. That there is something that you need to do. You need to clear your browser's cache and cookies. So when on my site, what you do is that you go to your browser's internet options or settings and delete the cookies and cache from there. That way, when you sign up, they can see that you came from my site and that it entitles you to either 20, 10, or 5% discount. Also to note that I'm right now in the process of making a bonus pack for you as a way for me to thank you guys. So I'm just briefly going to show you how to do this. First, I'm going to do the Internet Explorer. What you do is that you click the tool here and go to Internet Options, and here you click Delete, and you select Cookies and ActiveX Filtering and Preserve Favorites Website Data. That way you ensure that no passwords or visitor site history or any of the other information, they'll be preserved so they don't get deleted. Then you will hit delete. I'm not going to do that. And then you'll click OK. See, this was the Internet Explorer. Then I'm going to use the Firefox. This is my site again. What you're going to do here is that you're going to click here, and you're going to go to Options, and you're going to go to Privacy and clear your recent history. Then you're going to select only these two, cookies and cache. That's the only thing you need to clear. And you'll hit clear now and OK, or cancel. That doesn't really matter. That was the Firefox. Then you're going to go to the Chrome, if that was what you use. Go to use wrench. And one note here, this is my native language here, which is Danish. You're going to click on this. This will be located in the same area. This will probably be preferences or tools or settings or something like that. Going to click here and go to delete browser data. And then you're going to click clear cache and delete cookies. And just click here to clear browser data. And then that should be it. And well, so just a few quick last words here. I hope you enjoyed this video presentation and that you like Power Seo Ranker. I'm going to make the discount codes available on my site later today. So all of you, have a great day, and I'll see you on my site. Brian here, signing off.